Ruben hates when they do that. All right, real life studio audience, make some noise. All right, okay. All right, so that they know there's more than myself and Leila here. So welcome to Real Life NYC, our who knows what episode of Real Talk. But we have a very special guest tonight, my wonderful Leila Townsend. Make some noise for Leila. So, yes, thank you. So Leila, relax. Just chill. We're just here to chill and talk about life and talk about God. And the reason we have these podcasts is so that we can just learn from one another. And I think people's lives are really, really interesting.
Me too.
So everyone has a very unique life. And as we open that up, we can learn about each other and learn about God. Now, I like names. I looked up your name, by the way.
Oh, did you?
My niece.
Right.
And do you know what your name means? It's actually really beautiful.
I think so, but I don't want to say something different than you. So what does it mean?
Maybe I got the wrong.
No,
info.
I feel like I've looked up my
is...
name a couple of times and it's like night,
I got a couple.
Star.
Yeah,
that's
so in Arabic, given to daughters who were born at night or in the dark, so dark beauty, and in Hebrew, belonging to God.
I didn't know that.
Ooh, literally, that's you, bro. A dark beauty who belongs to God.
Yes.
That's cool, right? That's really cool.
That's really amazing, actually.
So LeilaLynn, where did the Lynn come from? LeilaLynn Townsend, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Star Townsend.
Oh, that's right, Star. That's right. We have another Star in the audience. So, so we got to break that down. Where'd the Lynn and the Star come from?
Okay, so Star, I know my mom, she just loves stars. So that's where that came from. And then Lynn, I would also love to know where that came from because I have no idea. But I love it though, so unique.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
And Townsend,
where's
that last name from?
From the family tree.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where that one's from.
And what are the roots of the family tree on Dad's side?
What do you mean the roots?
The roots. Where's his family from?
Oh, Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yes. Okay, make some noise for Jamaica. All right. And then mom?
Puerto Rican and Colombian.
So you're a Puerto Rican, Colombian, Jamaican. Wow, I love that. That is so cool. Okay, so LeilaLynn Townsend, you are how young for the
16.
studio? 16 years old.
I'll be 17 next month.
16 years young. Yes, that's right. 17, going on 17. And let's talk about, so we're going to talk about career, where you're looking to go, family, and then we'll talk with God about God and different challenges in life, how you deal with those challenges, how you've dealt with those challenges, and then maybe wrap it up with some advice for the listening audience and people here in real life.
Okay.
So, boom. So going to school, you're in what school?
Jamaica High School.
Jamaica High, okay. And I know sports, you were interested in a couple of things.
Yeah.
You had a couple of things
I do stunt. I did stunt this year and last year. And then I dabbled in some soccer.
Get up in there, girl. I need to.
I did soccer. I think this year. I don't even remember, but yeah, I went to a couple games.
So you're athletic.
I am.
Okay.
I am. You know.
I saw you doing your thing. I went to a couple of your meets.
Played some basketball when I was little. You know,
right?
Wasn't my thing.
Okay, tried it out. I know. Your grandpa was probably pushing it, and mom.
Yeah,
your mom's a beast,
and mom.
She's a basketball. She doesn't play. Yeah.
But I'm more of a dance and cheer and stunt type of girl, not really
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you leaning toward now? Because you moved away from stunt.
Yeah, not really. It ended and then that was that. But I know my senior year, if we still are keeping the team, I'll do stunt again.
That's a big deal though in New York City, right? I realized that.
Yeah, it is. It's not very common.
I didn't.
It's not.
Yeah. Scholarships?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you may go that route.
Maybe.
And as far as career, we don't all know. So I don't know. I know you probably hate that question, like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up?
Yeah.
But what do you want to do when you grow up?
But
do you have any idea of?
Yeah, I'm very interested in the medical field. So I want to be an ultrasound tech. That's what I want to do in school. But
so it's like this, and it's like get up in there.
So I want to do medical. Yeah. Tech. So that's what I'll focus on in college, and if I end up doing a different career in the medical field, then
so for those listening who may be interested or don't know what ultrasound technician is about, what is that?
So the one that I really want to do is pregnancy. So like when the women are pregnant or, you know, getting checkups. But then
rewarding.
I've also like, going down like the x-ray for broken bones or, you know, that route. Like there's a lot of things you can do in the radiology field.
And what got you interested in that? Did you like break a bone or something?
No, well, the pregnancy one was the one I was really interested in. I wanted to do that.
Why?
I think that's so cool.
Okay.
I think it's so cool having like to talk with moms and showing them maybe they're having twins or triplets and just announcing that news. There's always a downside to like a medical field job.
There's
you know, maybe having bad news.
Yeah,
but
you
know,
imagine.
Yeah, I just thought that was.
But that's got to be pretty rewarding.
Yeah, right.
Right. I've been to a few of those myself. I tried to make it to every. And I actually think I made to every one of Justine's.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, that's really fun. You hear the heartbeat. That's
really
cool.
Right. That's so cool.
That's literally how it sounds. Literally, it's like really weird. So cool. And you don't know if you're gonna take that route, but it's something that you're interested in.
Yeah.
What are they making out there for those who may be interested?
A lot.
This is New York City, so we need to know the bottom line. Like,
a lot.
How much dough?
A lot of dough.
What's a lot?
I want to say 120.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, starting.
Okay, 120.
Yeah, the higher you are, the more you make. So like if I'm go to school for a long time and become a radiologist, that's who makes like the most. But if I'm just a technician, like the underdog, then you know it might be a little bit less. But I would love to be a radiologist, like a doctor. So, yeah,
that's the goals.
Yeah,
I like that. All right, so let's talk about your family life. So how many siblings?
I have one baby sister.
One baby sister. And what does your family dynamic look like? What's your at home? What's it look like?
At home? Like
who's in the household?
Okay, my mom, my stepdad, which is my sister's dad, and my grandpa and my great grandma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a full household.
Great household.
And your younger sister is
6.
6, and she's a handful, bro. She's fearless.
Yeah, fearless.
Riley is
not a
fearless.
fear in the world.
How is that being like a big sister?
She's my best friend.
She's your bestie?
It's a sister relationship. You know.
Yeah.
She gets mad at me. I get mad at her. But at the end of the day, she's in my bed.
Yeah.
She don't want to sleep in her bed. She wants to sleep in my bed.
Okay, so it's separate rooms, but she'll come and hang out.
No, same room, same bed.
Oh,
she's actually right above me, but she'll come down the ladder and she'll sleep with me.
She's too much.
We fight, but that's my
she's
sister at the end of the day.
But Riley is like no joke.
No joke.
She's very different. She came to last Wednesday. She came to
she was so excited.
The church at night for VBS, Vacation Bible School, and it's like. She's zero shy. She came in and like took over the whole room. She's like, I'm here to play.
Yeah.
Some kids walk in, they're like, Riley was like, all right, show me where to play.
Yeah.
So she's amazing. You have an amazing sister. Let's talk about as far as the home life. You know what I want to talk about? I really want to talk about, this is real talk. We're gonna keep it real.
Keep it real.
Because I was reading in the Psalms today. I want to talk about relationships with parents. I was reading in Psalm I think it was 43. I'll pull it up. It was something I sent out to the crew today. Talked about hope and praising God, and how David was, how Saul was after David. So like the leader kind of the nation was after him and rejected him. And I know we talked about off camera, we were talking about challenging relationships at home and not having a dad in the home and all that, and how difficult that can be. And he talked about that. So I was like, you know what? Maybe we'll touch on that a little bit. But so talk to me about your family, like growing up. How was that? How was your relationship with your mom and your dad growing up early?
Okay. Growing up, I know for sure my mom was my best friend. She played all the roles. My dad was there when I was growing up, I know. I don't have very much memory of my childhood, but I know he was there.
You just block it out.
I know he was there, and I have the pictures, and I would hang out with him and my cousins, and that was when I was younger. And then growing up, we kind of like got a little bit more distant. I don't really think about it much because I know that I'm not lacking in anything. I have a family that is so amazing,
loves you.
Right, and supportive, and my mom plays all the roles. So it was never something I dwelled on much because I never felt I was really lacking anything even if me and my dad did get distant.
Wow.
So
that's a good testimony right there, that you had so much love in your home that even though that something was missing, it didn't really.
Yeah.
And talk to me about, and we'll touch more on that in a second, but I want to talk about, because I've seen you grow, obviously, your whole life, but in recent years, growing more closely with God. And I always wondered, like how did that work as far as your influences with that?
Yeah.
And then what was your like Jesus moment? Do you remember specifically?
I do. Not that I can't, but I do have a moment, and after that moment, like everything turned around. I became more like aware of myself and my surroundings.
Beautiful. I think that's beautiful to share to our live audience and our listening audience. So how was that?
So in 2023, I was like not at a low place in my life, but I was learning. Yeah. I'm still learning, but I was learning a lot more about myself and about the people that I surrounded myself with and how they influenced me. And the people I was with, still my best friends, but at the time,
so you're 14.
Right, I was 14. Obviously not dumb, but like right. I didn't know as much as I know now. Right. But the things that I was doing and the people I was surrounding myself with, I realized were blocking me from becoming who God wanted me to be. Wow. And he showed me that so clearly. I remember a night that he told me. The night he told me, I laid in my bed and he told me, he was like, Leila, you gotta get it together. Like, I'll never forget that night. I'll never forget it. I remember the day like it was yesterday. But
now, I'm going to ask you, maybe sound a weird question, but I know people are thinking the same thing. Did you hear God's voice or did you hear it in your spirit?
In my spirit. Okay. Yeah, it was in my spirit. I was kind of just sitting there and like everything that I was doing was like flashing through my mind. And God was like, do you see this? Like, this is not what you should be doing. You got to get it together. Wow. And I had nobody to tell. I didn't like really talk to anybody about it, but I knew it was God. And I also didn't know much at the time. Like, as much as I know now, I didn't know. I wasn't reading my Bible. Like, I talked to my grandma about God all the time when I was younger. Your sister. But I didn't, the relationship wasn't built yet. Right. So I didn't have my word. I didn't pray. I wasn't praying at all.
But God
was like, I'm literally right here.
Come on.
And I was like, what the heck? I didn't know what it was, but I knew something had to change.
I love that.
That's what I knew. Something changed. Yeah.
Man, I feel like crying.
Don't.
I'm going to try to hold it together.
Hold it together. Because I will cry too.
That's really beautiful. And a lot of these testimonies that we'll hear, it's they're just like that. It's like God came to me in my home, in my bedroom while I was like not even thinking about God. He came into my life. And so that's really powerful. And so from that moment now, when you had that Jesus encounter, how did things change moving forward?
Okay, so from that moment, obviously the relationship slowly was building up. I started going to church. I got baptized. And still when I got baptized, I had that knowing that something needed to change.
I was in the tank.
I had that knowing that something needed to change, but I was still on that path. I didn't know what it was. It was still like a lot of knowledge that I needed to gain, like especially like comparing to right now. I feel like I have learned so much. So yeah, I started going to church more. I started getting in my word, and then everything just falls into place. Like it falls right in front of your eyes, and you can't deny it. You can't, like, obviously you're gonna have your questions, but at the end of the day, you're gonna know that it's God. It's God at the end of the day. Jesus, he died for us. And once I learned that, like, I've always known it. Mm-hmm. But once he comes to you and tells you that, like, really shows himself to you, especially when you weren't even looking for it.
It's a wrap.
Now you know. Now you get it. Like, I knew it, and now I get it. Like, I understand it now.
Right.
And then, like, that's what it was. And my friends also, we started to grow in our faiths together. So when you see the people around you changing, you can't question anymore. It's like, it's real. Yeah. Like, it's real.
That's
like,
beautiful.
Everything changes and makes sense.
That's beautiful. So who are some of the godly influences in your life? Do you remember you said you didn't get much of it.
Yeah, no.
So at home, there's not really any teaching?
No, at home, not really. I know that I don't have that conversation at home, really. Like, my family knows I go to church. My mom isn't, like, she doesn't really talk about it. She's, like, the only one in my house that I, like, really, like, talk to. But, like, I know she believed in it because she grew up into it, but it's not something that we talk about. So it was always Leila. It was always my grandma. She was always the one that was, like, sending me the word, telling me what was real and what wasn't, and keeping me in check. It was always her. It was always her. Then when I started to grow in my faith, I had my friends, my best friend. We were together all the time. We were doing Bible studies, and then it's like, it's not in the family, but to have a best friend that really, like, understands you and what you guys are learning together, it keeps you in check. It really does. And
so how does that when you're going through that moment and you're hearing from God and you're growing in God, how does that impact your relationship with your friends in school?
How does it impact my relationship?
Yeah, especially in the beginning.
No, yeah, 100%.
It's like, you want to talk about Jesus, but it's just like,
right. That's a great question, actually. In school, I do have another friend that I can't believe I just didn't mention her, but she was a very big influence in my walk. Was on
the team too. On the stunt? The tall girl on the stunt.
Yes.
I think I met her. Yeah.
Yes.
Dark skin.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. That was also a really big influence even before I had that spiritual encounter with God, because looking at her and her relationship with God and how not perfect it was, but how much it changed her and how much light I saw through her, it's like, I want that. Yeah. Whatever it is, I need it. And then that. I didn't get it at first, but once I had that spiritual encounter and then I got baptized and I'm starting to understand it, I'm like, well, it was right in front of me this whole time. And I always had her to talk about it too. If I wanted to call her right now, I could. Like, she gets it. She 100%, her relationship with God is phenomenal. And she always gets it. And then I had my best friend, and then a lot of relationships and friendships that I have, God is not like the main topic of conversation with them, but I can always bring it up and my friends will understand. But even if it doesn't get like brought up all the time, I know that he's there and he's moving in their lives just as much as he moved in mine. Because if I was saved, I know that any of my friends can get saved. Yes. That's 100%.
So did you have to pull away from any like friends, like, I know I can't be hanging out with
completely
this chick anymore, or this person, or
yeah, no, I know what you mean. I don't think I completely cut anybody off, but distance 100%.
Why?
A lot of distance.
Can you talk about why, specifics, or without mentioning
no
names?
Yeah, no, of course.
What was person A doing, or
no, actually they did this and I had to get away.
Right.
No, but in the beginning the distance was there because I was still lacking a lot of knowledge and I was still in a very vulnerable place with my relationship with God, and I didn't want anything to interfere with what I was learning and for what he was calling me to do. So if I had some bad influences in my life, of course I was going to have to distance away, but I'm not the type of friend or the type of person, honestly, I don't have the strength to cut anybody off. Right. Especially because the friends that I have I've been friends with forever. I've had the same friend group forever. Okay. And we're strong relationships, so I couldn't completely cut anybody off, and I never really feel like I had to.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to get that mistaken. Like, I never feel like there was never a time where I feel like I had to and I couldn't. Like, that was never like the thing. But God was always like distance. There's always a space and there's always time for some distance, and that happened. But as I got stronger in my faith and I just got stronger in general, I was able to, close the distance a little more, but still stay true to who I was and stay true to my relationship, even if I was around people that weren't as strong in their relationship with God. Because that's just what he did. Like, I had my distance. I locked in.
And that alone speaks to them about, who Jesus is.
Right.
And what 100%. God has done in you. And people see a change like that in your life. Mm-hmm. It really impacts them. Yeah. And you like you said, you were watching your friend, he's like, I want that.
Right, yeah.
Like, so people, they see how you live and they see the difference that God has made in your life, and they want it. Yeah. Because everyone has a God-sized hole in their heart. And unless it's filled, you're going to have the emptiness, whether you're 14 or you're 40.
Right. I'm not perfect now, though.
Oh, far from it.
Perfect.
None of us are. And I think that's a good point to be made. You know, Jesus is the only perfect one. And if he wasn't, like, what's the point? Like, that's why, you know, he gave his life for us and he lived the perfect life that we could never live. So really, really interesting, powerful. I love that. So now let's scoot back over to the dad relationship. You mentioned earlier, you said something about you were surrounded by such love that there was not really any lack there. But do you remember when you were walking with God, how that impacted, let's say, your relationship with your father? Like today you guys like talk today, right?
And there's like, we'll text like here and there. The relationship, like we don't talk as much as like we did when I was younger. But and as I'm getting older, not that it's affecting me, like our relationship is affecting me more, but I'm processing it a little bit more. Like I think on it a little bit more, like, oh, I wish we talked more a little bit. But I think that right now where I am in my relationship with God, I'm realizing that I'm doing what I can. I'm doing my best. And even if, you know, there's like some places where I wish like there was better in our relationship, it's not my fault. Correct. And I know that we're doing our best. You know, like
that's such a mature point of view. But you know, that's really big of you. I'm proud of you for taking that position. But it's also understanding what God has done inside of you. And so that enables you to walk in forgiveness and to walk 100%. And extend the love. And understand that, hey, person did his best that he could. Even like before I was this like strong in my relationship with God, there was never any anger. I didn't process it much, like our relationship, but there was never any hatred, never any anger, no matter how much like other family members would tell me like, oh, he should be better or whatever the case was. It was never like, oh yeah, I agree with, no, it was never like, it was always he was doing his best. We talk here and there, and that was that. But then once I got like on my walk with God, I was processing a little bit more, but it was still forgiveness. It was never any hatred. It was never any anger. It's all about forgiveness.
It never came up with me. Like it never was like any anger towards him. Maybe like some sadness and like I was like wondering many things, but never any anger. And God, like as I got closer with God, I was realizing it was all because of God. He was always there, and he was always there in my mind. Like the anger is not gonna get
imagine
you anywhere.
Walking through that without God in your life. And that's where many students are, maybe even in the room or watching online, where you know they may have a dad home but he's not really there. Or you know or just missing in action altogether, not even in the home, or just not a God, I would say God honoring father. And so they just wish that their dad was just so much different, but he's not. And so it's difficult to live that life at home, but because of what God has done in your life, even though he was not there, God really completed you and
definitely
doing a work in you. And I'm proud of you, girl. That's really amazing. And trust me, this conversation is helping a lot of people right now, especially the forgiveness part and walking in forgiveness. And the sooner that we choose to do that is when our breakthrough will come, right? Proverbs says that without forgiveness, we cannot prosper. And that word in Proverbs means to like literally kick down a door and break through. There's no breakthrough in your life if there's no forgiveness. It's just not going to happen. And because you're choosing to walk in forgiveness toward your father, that opens the door for God to really pour himself into you and bless you even further. So that's powerful. I had to wait until I was like in my 20s for that. And we had that discussion off camera. I'm not going to steal your shine, but it was when I forgave my dad that I was able to, I can't even describe it, how powerful that was. It's like drinking a thirst quenching drink and never needing to ever drink again. Like God literally satisfied something inside. He satisfies inside of your soul because of him, right? Because of Jesus himself. So that's powerful. So, okay. Man, this is good stuff. Thanks, Leila. So what would you say as we wrap it up to students who are, maybe because you didn't grow up in let's say a home where God was really a thing. And at 14, you heard the voice of God, and God pulled you toward him, and you surrendered your life. And of course, life is not easy. We just had a conversation off camera. Like, I've been going through some rocky times. Yeah. But God is with you. So what do you say to the student who, it's just like, this whole God thing is not for me, man. Yeah. Like, I don't feel God. Yeah. I don't know God is there. I hear everybody talking about God, Jesus, this and that. And it's just like, I don't get it. Yeah. What do you say to that student?
Okay. I would say that there's hope. And hope. God's timing is the right and will always be the perfect timing. So everybody's time will come. And I've had some times where I've hit rock bottom, but then I realized that at the rock bottom that it's only up from there, and God was my way up. And that was that. Yeah, I just realized that at the end of the day, no matter what I was going through, I knew God was there. Mm-hmm. Like, no matter how hard it was never like, oh, he's not here. Maybe there was some times where I didn't feel him, but I knew he was there. Mm-hmm. And I feel like holding that hope and that faith in him is what it keeps me going. Come on. No matter how hard times were getting, I laid my head at night. Even at the times where I wasn't praying, I still went to sleep knowing that he was there and he was moving, whether or not it was right in that moment. I knew that, and like, whether or not like what I wanted to happen wasn't happening, I knew that if it wasn't happening, it was because it wasn't supposed to happen. Or whatever is going to happen in God's time, and it's going to be even better than I even imagined it could be.
Ultimately, just putting your hope in God, even if 100%. It's your last hope, you're putting your hope in God.
At the end of the day, yeah.
I love that. And wow. And so, what would you say to the student who is having a currently hard time in their living situation with their father? Because, to be honest, that's a plague in society right now. Yeah. Fatherless homes. That's a problem. Yeah. So what do you say to that student who's
to that student, I would definitely say don't let any anger consume you, because it's not worth it. And to hold a grudge against that father figure, it's not going to get you anywhere. So I would say forgive, and just know that God is working in your life so that you can forgive, and he's working in that figure's life as well. And whatever is going to happen from there is meant to happen, and God is right there with you. So yeah, I would just say, just don't hold any grudge, just forgive.
Yeah, and like you said before, everyone has their timing, and it'll work together in God's timing. Yeah. So as we wrap up, what are some of the things that you do, practical things to walk with God?
Practical things?
Yeah, just to keep your fire going with God, because we get busy, we get discouraged. Like, what do you do in your personal walk to keep your fire going with God?
Pray. That's probably my thing, 100%. Whether I'm alone, whether I'm outside, just walking, pray throughout the day. I'm talking to him.
Man, we talk about that all the time in real life.
I'm talking to him. Like, if you ever drive by me and I'm walking home from school and I'm talking to myself, it's because I'm praying.
I love that.
Go to sleep.
So we should be doing.
Yeah, like just talk to him. If you feel like you don't have nobody to talk to, you do. And
I think a lot of people struggle with that because they feel like they're talking and their voice is just falling to the ground. They feel like no one's listening. But God hears every word.
He hears every word.
And so it's different to have thoughts than to actually voice the words and pray. So that's very encouraging, I know, because I know people here need to hear that. Open your mouth and pray. Like, God, I know you hear me. And if you read the Psalms, there's some of the greatest poetry and prayers where David is just so raw and real. Yeah. That's how God wants us to pray. Yeah. He doesn't want us to pray these, prefabricated, rehearsed prayers. It's like, God, I need you right now. God, I'm having a hard time. Yes. Like David today in the Psalms, he's like, why, Lord? He's questioning God, like, why? And he actually talked to himself. Yeah. Why are you so downcast within me? Why are you so sad, soul? He's talking. So we should talk to ourselves, talk to God, ask ourselves why, and pray. So that's Thank you. Sounds like a simple thing, but it's a very practical, powerful tip.
Very powerful.
Pray.
It's very
Trust
powerful.
God. Put your hope in God and pray. So LeilaLynn Starr Townsend, thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. I am so proud of you as my niece. I'm so proud of you as a young lady, 16 years old, young. You've always been a leader. You are encouraging to a lot of people, especially in the family. Girl, people are watching you, girl. Young and old.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of responsibility on your hands, but God has a calling on your life, and because you have taken the step to say, God, I'm going to walk with you, you are impacting everyone in your household, girl. And I see the results, so it's amazing. So keep it up. I love you, LeilaLynn Starr Townsend.
Yes.
Thank you for being a part of this podcast. Let's give it up one more time. We love you, real life, and we will see you at the next episode. Peace.